I can hear you.
Yes, Senator, thank you.
Okay.
I lost you for a little bit. Sorry.
Okay. So I was asking about what you make of the things he said at that press conference.
Well, you see, Senator, the problem that we seem to have here is that the Electoral Commission is not being sincere with Ghanaians. It appears that the application of wisdom is not being, utilized. And also, I don't want to use the word incompetence, but I also don't want to say that the uh, the EC chair is naive. The way she speaks sometimes makes you wonder if she does her research well before she comes to talk. Um, Making unfounded allegations to justify why you want to push a certain agenda does not mean that you always need to get it your way. We have an electoral commissioner, right, who seem not to understand the need for the guarantor system. To the best of my knowledge, Senator, because as a country we've not developed that digitalized system where we can say that all buildings are marked with addresses, emphasis on all buildings, remote parts of the country, like any part of the country, because we do not have that system. Okay, that's one of the key reasons why we have the guarantor system. Because if you walk to the EC's box or the EC department that you intend to register, right? They ask a couple of questions, including your address. If you don't have an address, how do you prove that you live here? How do you prove that you live here? The only way you can prove that you live here is to have a witness or somebody who can say that, yes, I know this person and that this person lives here. And the person that will stake his or her neck out for you should be somebody that is credible. So that's the purpose of which we have the guarantor system. But unfortunately, the EC's interpretation of the guarantor system is that it provides an avenue for foreigners and minors to take advantage to vote, to shape the destiny of Ghana, which is palpable false. You see, when you make allegations of this nature, you need to back it up with facts, supported documents that says that, yes, indeed, 40,000. And you see, Senator, when you're being more analytical, right, and people start giving you rounded figure, 15,000, 40,000, 60,000, then you need to question that are you saying that for some reason these numbers came in the whole, that there was no odd numbers in there like 13,365 as it pertains during election time? So the electoral commissioner should be, should be careful and mindful with some of this agenda that she keeps pushing. It's a propaganda. Okay, it's a means to justify why they would want to take away the guarantor system and i.e. disenfranchise a chunk of Ghanaians, especially those in the peri-urban areas and the rural areas. And they are pushing this agenda so strong with the excuse that, oh, now we have the Ghana card. We have the Ghana card. When we talk about the NIA itself, the NIA is struggling to meet the demand in terms of providing the Ghana cards. As we speak, we have thousands of people who have applied for the Ghana cards and they don't have it. The NIA doesn't have offices nationwide. They are struggling to keep up. And if the Electoral Commission continues to insist that, listen, let's use the Ghana card, when the body responsible in providing these cards do not have the capacity to provide the cards to everybody at this moment, Why don't you just apply wisdom? Why the rush? What's the purpose of deliberately ignoring the challenges that has the potential of disenfranchising the same Ghanaians' guts? Your job is to ensure that they have access to vote. Then what then becomes your purpose? She made this assertion that she saw a video in the last election of a car with a French registration number with some people in there. For some reason, she felt that they came in to vote. But the question is, what did you do about it? What did you do about it? It is criminal for minors to attempt to have their names in the voters list. What mechanisms over the past years has the Electoral Commission put in place to ensure that you minimize or you eradicate this? Because this is not supposed to be
isn't that why she's pushing for only the Ghana card and perhaps accepted identification for that purpose? That's one of the measures they are using to curb the incidence of minors and foreigners beyond the register.
Senator, that is criminal. That is a criminal offense. Okay? And you don't cure a criminal issue with the proposal that she's come up with. What you need to do is that you need to ensure that the body responsible in handling people of criminal intent, it's there to do their job. You cannot say that Ghana card that doesn't have the capacity will become the remedy to eradicate this. It is only an excuse. And there's no research, and the information that she's provided is not consistent with the fact. What we can speak to it is that as we speak, if elections are held today with a Ghana card, a lot of Ghanaians will be disenfranchised. As we speak today, if we go according to the proposal of the Electoral Commissioner, majority of Ghanaians will be disenfranchised. So what is she doing about it? Her proposal is just, flawed, because NIA doesn't have the capacity, as we speak, in providing the cards to almost every Ghanaian. So what's the way forward? So the Guarantor system becomes one avenue of which it will reduce the potential of disenfranchising Ghanaians. And why is she bent on doing that? These are the questions that we're asking. You see, and she talks about democracy, and wants people to be accountable. But this is the leader that when push came to shove that she's supposed to be in the witness box during the election petition, we all know what happened. She chickened out. Just go in the box in the name of accountability and tell us what really happened. How come you have 4 different results? Never happened in the history of Ghana. This lady said, I can't get in the box. And you are sitting here criticizing, justifying actions that you think that it is more democratic and will provide accountability when you don't even represent that. So these are the double standards that we're talking about here. And I am glad that the Parliament of Ghana took that decision.
But she says we are going to push for the same CI. We won't put in the guarantor system. And we believe that Parliament is impeding our job.
You see, so now we have to also acknowledge that Parliament also has a job. Parliament is this mouthpiece of the people. Parliament is the mouthpiece of the people. And Parliament will make decisions in the interest of the people. Okay, and upon further interrogation of the fact, the Parliament has made a decision stating that you cannot disenfranchise the people that we're representing. How is that an undermining? You think that you can always get your way? That's undemocratic. So she's only making up excuses, and I think that she's whining. She needs to accept, she needs to go and review and come back and convince Parliament on the way forward. I think that is the only way out.
Mr. Appiah, thank you very much for speaking to us.
Thank you for having me, Senator.
Well,
and Senator, very quickly,
okay.
This agenda of ROPA that they are Nicodemously pushing, let me send this signal that we are well prepared and equipped. As we speak, Senator, I got wind from Germany that they are giving out the Ghana cards to NPP members. They are giving the Ghana cards out to NPP members. We are monitoring everything that is going on. And we shall keep them on their toes to ensure that if they have any diabolical motive to pull a fast one with ROPA leading to the 2024 election, they will be surprised, because we are arming ourselves to the core that it shall never pass. This jurisdiction is different from Ghana's jurisdiction. It shall be met with the fierce force that it deserves, using all legitimate means. And we are well resourced enough. So Electoral Commission should think twice. And the things that they are doing underground, we are equally monitoring, and we'll see what happens. Thank you, Senator.
Thank you, Arnold. And that takes us to 22 minutes past 7. Arnold Appiah is President, NDC Pro from North America, joining us, commenting on the chairperson of the Electoral Commission's frustrations that she expressed about the fact that they will not allow her to take the guarantor system out.